Well, would you look at that? I'm back. That's right, I haven't made a video in a very long time, but to be honest with you, I'm glad I waited, because we have some amazing news that's been circulating across the entire industry. From Microsoft issuing statements to developers that they own to not work on the PS5, duh. And then we have other people talking about the CMA and how finally this Activision Blizzard deal is going to go through. So let's get into everything that's being said, because there's a lot to talk about here, and I want to get into every single issue, because this is a lot of cool stuff. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button, and if you want to be notified on future videos, hit that small little bell icon, and if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. All the support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so I just want to go into a little bit of a life update. I'm sorry that I haven't made a video in I think well over a month, and it's because I actually got married. So we were planning a wedding, and it was very busy, and I also got a new job. So a lot of things were just kind of overwhelming, and I had to concentrate on what mattered, which was, family, and of course, providing for that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, because I have gotten a lot, and I truly mean a lot of messages about people asking me, hey, when's your next video? So I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support. I'm glad that you guys actually noticed I didn't make videos, and mostly I have to say I missed it. I missed being here talking games, seeing everybody in the comment section, and just talking about these games that we love. And the first thing I want to get into, so we can get over the gushy stuff now, is of course Redfall. Now, we all know what Redfall is. Redfall is one of the biggest games coming out this year, and after seeing the previews and people talking about it, it can be a contender for Game of the Year. A lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people were flown down to LA or flown across the country to come and play the game, and they had previews about it. And everybody, and I mean everybody, has said that it is a very quality title that Arcane has made, but yet it's fun. And that's what I'm here to talk about, because a lot of people, since Redfall was announced, have kind of been like, hey, this game is going to be an Xbox exclusive, it was never coming to the PlayStation 5, and some people were hating on it, saying, well, you don't really need that, and it's not that big of a game. What has Arcane really made that was a must-have? Well, after all the games they've made, like Deathloop and everything else, you're starting to see this studio come together and make something they've never made before, which is a co-op driven open world game that has RPG, and I mean deep RPG elements attached to it. And since Microsoft bought them, what did they do with Arcane and everybody at Bethesda? They told them, stop making this for the PlayStation 5 and concentrate on the PC and Xbox side of things, including Game Pass, which is something that was brought up earlier this week. Here's what's said. We were treated to a massive set of hands-on previews for Bethesda's Redfall, which looks to be another fantastic day one addition to the Xbox Game Pass library, arriving in May of 2023. At the same time, an interview was published by IGN France in which Redfall creative director Harvey Smith appeared to suggest that Redfall had been canceled for PlayStation 5 following Xbox's takeover of ZeniMax Media. This unsurprisingly led to a lot of different outlets covering the story, including us here at Pure Xbox. Now, I do have to say that, of course, this happened. How are people not understanding this? If you remember, a long time ago when Bethesda was bought, Phil Spencer and a lot of people said that a lot of these games are going to be where Game Pass exists. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means where Game Pass is going to be able to be played at, which is Xbox and PC right now. Now, of course, you could play it on the cloud. Don't get me wrong. I actually play a lot of my Xbox games to the cloud on my Steam Deck because I got it to launch on there, and Xbox provided a way of doing that. That's what they mean. No matter where you are, no matter what device, if that publisher or creator of that device allows you to play Xbox games, you're going to be able to play them. Something that Sony definitely doesn't want anyone to do, because they are a very closed off garden and they have a very archaic way of looking at gaming and the way it's going to be distributed to people. And that's something that Microsoft actually brought up when all of this backlash came out and all these PlayStation fans came out and started attacking Xbox for quote unquote taking a game away from them. Here's what's said. Since then, Microsoft has been issuing a statement to various reporters on the matter, stating that the company hasn't pulled any games from PlayStation. Here's a look at the full statement. We haven't pulled any games from PlayStation. In fact, we've expanded our footprint of games that were shipped on Sony's PlayStation since our acquisition of ZeniMax. And the first two we shipped after closing were PlayStation 5 exclusives. We did the same thing since our closing of Minecraft as we extended the reach of that franchise. All of the games that were available on PlayStation when we acquired ZeniMax in March 2021 are still available on PlayStation, and we have continued to do content updates on PlayStation and PC. We have always said that the future decisions on whether to distribute ZeniMax games for other consoles will be made on a case-by-case basis. Well, everybody, this is one of those case-by-case basis, and you caught a case. What happened here is that Xbox walked in, saw that Redfall was years from being developed. We're talking, what now, 2 years after the acquisition? And they said, stop concentrating on PlayStation 5 and just start concentrating on Xbox and PC, because that's where Game Pass is going to be. That's where our first-party owned games are going to be. And how can anybody say it's been taken away from PlayStation if you never had it? That is the whole point of this. And I have to say this because it's really annoying. Why does anybody care? Does anybody start screaming from the rooftops that Final Fantasy is not on Xbox? We know how deep that exclusive deal runs, and that's not even a first-party title. That's Final Fantasy, one of the biggest franchises in gaming history, being locked down to one console and PC. And if you've noticed, Final Fantasy actually isn't even launching on PC day and date because the developer said that they don't feel that they had the time to make it as polished as they would like on the PC because they've been concentrating on the PlayStation 5 version. Which makes me think that Sony's been telling them that they better have the PS5 version ready to go and be the pinnacle of how that game is going to perform, even when it comes to PCs that completely outpower the PlayStation 5. Now, I have to say this is a hard truth. Xbox did get Bethesda, and they have brought out games on there, and it's starting to make me think that the whole thing with Ghostwire Tokyo and, of course, Deathloop was intentional. The first games that were brought out by ZeniMax were PlayStation 5 exclusives, and they used that as a way to kind of combat something like this. Like, hey, we made your games, you got them, we didn't interfere with those deals at all, and you got exclusive games for basically 2 years, while Xbox didn't get anything and had to wait a year because of those exclusive deals to even get it on our platform. That's a first-party studio doing that. So when Redfall came out, they saw how big the game was, they knew it was going to be a massive hit, and bam. That's what they wanted to do, is bring it through and make it accessible to only the Xbox platform or where the Xbox platform exists, which, if you know, is everywhere, minus one console. I mean, they just signed a deal with Nintendo for Call of Duty with the Activision Blizzard deal. They signed deals with Nvidia. They signed deals with so many people, except for one company that seems to just want to keep grabbing on to what they love, which is their monopoly of gaming and console domination that's been going on for far too long. Sorry that there's competition now, PlayStation. Sorry that PlayStation fans are not happy about this, but if you want to play Redfall, go get a PC. Go get an Xbox or just play it on the cloud. There's a lot of ways you can play it, and it doesn't involve your PlayStation. Sucks that it happens, but hey, this is what happens when you start locking down deals like Final Fantasy and a bunch of other ones when you buy your studios. The only studio that's making third-party games is Bungie, and that's because Destiny is too big. That's what's going to happen from now on. Sony's going to see this and have to expand, which we all know is going to happen, which makes me think about the Activision Blizzard deal. That's something that I think a lot of people need to talk about. The CMA just updated its provisional findings showing the improved understanding of console gaming market that demonstrate a commitment to supporting players and competition. That is over. The CMA is going to cut this deal and make it go through. So is the EU. Everyone else around the world is going to do this. Now it's up to the FTC. I feel like we're getting close to this acquisition actually being over, and we can stop talking about it, and of course, we can start seeing Blizzard and all the Activision studios and everything start bringing out games that are going to be going into Game Pass day and date. They're not going to block them from other consoles. They're not going to do anything like that. All the big games like Call of Duty are still going to go to PlayStation because why wouldn't they do that? But all the other games, let's just say something like Diablo 4 or Diablo or the next big game that's a AAA game, that's going to be exclusive to the Xbox platform. And I think people are starting to use this Redfall thing as a way to say like, hey, look at this developer saying that they stopped making the PlayStation version. Well, of course they did. It's their first-party title. They want Xbox to stand out. They want Game Pass to stand out, and they want people to go to their ecosystem, just like PlayStation did with Insomniac Games, just like PlayStation did with House Marquee, just like PlayStation did with all of their first-party studios. You can't get them anywhere except one box, which I think is idiotic. I don't like that. I want them to expand. I want them to put their games day and date on PC so I can play them, but I have a PlayStation 5, I've been buying their games, and I've been playing their first-party titles, so I'm not missing out on anything like some people are. But overall, I think that gaming as exclusives is going to wither away. I think it's going to fall to the side. I think a lot of gamers are going to start wanting their games everywhere because Xbox changed that. They changed the way people see and consume their games. They changed where they get them. They changed everything about it. That's a fact. That's something that PlayStation hasn't done at all. They stick to this 25, 30 year, basically guarantee that their games are going to be only on one platform. Well, I don't like that. I want that to move on. Exclusives help nobody, not one gamer. Doesn't help any gamer at all except for the company. That's it. It only helps the company. And if you're sitting here jumping on exclusives and championing them no matter what platform, you need to check your priorities to see if you really care about a piece of plastic or if you actually care about gaming. Either way, I'm glad Redfall's coming out. I'm glad I get to play it on my PC or my Xbox or my cloud device. No matter where, I get to play it. That's what I enjoy, and that's what I can't wait to see. And I hope these PlayStation fans start kind of looking around the landscape of gaming and see things are going to change in a major way. But I want to know what you think about this. Are you mad that Redfall got canceled on the PlayStation 5? Are you annoyed that they took it away from a platform that never really even had it? Or do you think that Xbox has to do this because they want to push their platform over another? And should they even care about what Sony thinks? I feel like every day it's something that Sony wants, yet it's not Xbox's or Microsoft's job to care what another company wants, especially a company that's in direct competition with them when it comes to console and making money. It's business, people. Move on. But go down below because I want to know what you think about that. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been playing a lot, and I mean a lot of Diablo 4. I jumped into the closed beta. I jumped into the open beta. I have 2 level 25s. I've done all the endgame stuff. I fought the world boss. Everything about this game, I've already put in about 25, 30, maybe 35 hours into the beta alone. I am going to annihilate this game. I cannot wait till it comes out. I've got the best version, so I get it 4 days in advance. I'm going to play that all weekend, probably take a day off or something, I don't know, to play even more because it's Blizzard. Everybody needs to know that Blizzard is my favorite developer, and it's not even close. I love the games that they make, everything they've made. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours into them. I started playing World of Warcraft again because of what Diablo did to me. I'm just excited to play something that I enjoy so much, which is a Blizzard game. And I hope everybody enjoys it too, because I think that the beta was very well done. I thought the game was way better than D3, and I think that Blizzard has a massive, massive hit on their hands. This is going to sell a lot of units, and it comes out at a perfect time in around June, where there's not that many big games coming out when it comes to multiplayer on PC or even on the consoles. So let's hope they knock that one out of the park. I can't wait to explore the rest of the world and see the 150 plus dungeons that they have in this thing, because they are expansive. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your Xbox, your PC, your PS5, your Switch, your Steam Deck, or are you on the cloud playing something? Let me know down below, because that's what we're here for. It's to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.